So this video is looking at how to expand brackets with large powers outside the brackets, and we're going to do this by using binomial coefficients. So remember that this is your first term, this is your second term, and as we go along your 2x is going to decrease by starting it to the power 5 and then get less with each term. The minus 3 is going to start at 0 and increase with each term. So your first term is 5c0, and then you've got 2x in brackets to the power 5. That stops you making a silly mistake in a second. Your second term is 5c1, 2x to the power of 4, and that's when the minus 3 comes in. Notice how those two powers would add up to 5. Then you have 5c2, 2x cubed minus 3 squared, then 5c3, 2x squared minus 3 cubed. Then you got 5c4, 2x, that's to the power 1 now. Then you got minus 3 to the power 4, and your final term is 5c5. The 2x will now disappear, and you've got minus 3 to the power of 5. If you now go on to work out what each of these terms would be, the whole purpose of putting this one in brackets is to make sure you do 2 to the power 5, which will give you 32x to the power 5. Your next term is, if you work out 2 to the power 4 and then times by minus 3, is minus 240x to the power of 4. The next term is 2 cubed, which is 8, and then if you times by minus 3 squared and you multiply by 5c2, now obviously you can do that using your calculator, will give you 720x cubed. The next one, work out 5c3 in a calculator. 2 squared is 4, minus 3 cubed is minus 27. When you multiply those together, you should get minus 1080x squared. Next term, 5c4, did in the calculator, times by 2, and then times by minus 3 to the power 4, should give you 810x. And the final term, 5c5, which of course is just 1, and then you got minus 3 to the power 5 is minus 243. To finish off, to give your answer, remember each term just needs to be separated by either a plus or a minus, depending on whether the term is positive or negative. So the actual answer is 32x to the power 5 minus 240x to the power 4 plus 720x cubed minus 1080x squared plus 810x minus 243. Slight variation on this question is a question like this, where perhaps you've got 3 plus x to the power 10. It says up to and including the x cubed term. What this is really telling you to do is you don't want to do all of it, you just stop when you hit the x cubed term. So very simple process to the last question. You start with your 10c0, it's obviously 3 to the power 10, and you're not having any x term at the moment. Then you've got 10c1, you've got 3 to the power of 9, and then you've got x occurring. Then you've got 10c2, 3 to the power 8, x, and that obviously has been squared, and then 10c3, which is 3 to the power 7, and an x cubed. This is the point where you stop doing all your 10c's, etc., because you're going to reach the x cubed term, and your x cubed term is obviously going to occur in this bit. So you do what you'd normally do, put your 10c0, 10c1, etc. into your calculator, work out the terms, add them together, and then just stop. The good thing to do once you've done your answer is just if you add a sort of a ... and that just shows the examiner that you understand that actually the expansion carries on further, but actually that's not how far you need to go.